Okay, first of all, I will have my students get in group of 3 people.
Okay.
Then, okay, I'm gonna tell them that they're going to watch a video. And what they have to do is try to pay attention to the information that is presented in the video. Actually, I'm not gonna tell them the name of the video. Yeah, the video is about how communication has changed. It's a short video, I mean, in 40 minutes. After that, we'll ask them some questions. Like the first question will be, what is it about? So this is like a way to activate their prior knowledge. Okay? And then I would ask them like to remember the differences that were mentioned in the video, okay, between communication before and communication now. Okay? So based on this, my final question will be if they think that communication is better now or, than in the past. Is it better or not? Okay? So I would get, get them to think about the topic, and then I will move on to the drafting. See? For the drafting, okay, I would use one of the suggestions that the director gave us. I would give a paper to one student, and I would give them like maybe 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds, okay, to write, okay. For that, they have to decide, because the group in 3, if it's better now or not, okay? And then one person has to write their ideas. Then the next one, and then the next one. Okay, 30 seconds for each person. 2 rounds, so everybody will have a chance to write. So first person, then 30, and then a second round. And so in that way they will have, that's a pre-writing part. Okay, they have, by doing it, they will have already collected ideas. And for the drafting, I will print, what's the name?
The read, write, board.
Yeah, the paper where we have the organization and ideas. That's right. Like that's the
Yeah, they
right?
might, yes.
So I will give them that paper. So with the data they have collected, they will start their writing. Okay. And then finally, for the editing, I will tell like one person from this group to go to the other group, and one person from their group to go to the other. So and I will give them a checklist. Okay. And then this person has to tell the other 2 people. Okay. They have to read the answer for the others. And then with the checklist, have to give their comments. That's how we'll do
Based
the
on the
editing.
checklist.
Based on the checklist.
Interesting. That's another way of editing, like dictation. You dictate the things that you're going to check. Like, you have a topic sentence. Does your body paragraph include supporting details? How many supporting details do you include?
Just like, for example, Leo is there, so Leo comes here, and Mike, you go there. So you tell the other 2 guys, you tell them the essay, you read the essay for them, and then with the checklist, they have to listen to you, and then they can ask you the questions they have in the checklist. So in that way, you can do the editing part.
I like that idea. I've never done it. I'm gonna do it. It's very nice. Yes, very good.
So each group will be editing their own work?
No, like he will send like a messenger to one group, and then a messenger to the other group, and this messenger will read aloud the checklist to the members of the group. So members of the group will be aware
So
of
2
what
people
are
are
the
listening
things. Yes,
to the essay from the other group,
it's listening.
but these 2
It's
people have a
listening too.
checklist.
Okay,
So by
nice.
using the checklist, you can see the mistakes that they have.
That's a good idea.
You told us that you have to use you're gonna use the essay map in copies, not online.
In this,
Copies.
in this moment, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'll
you
give
can
them
print that.
Yeah, it's
But I will give,
round one,
I will give 1 copy for each group. That's why they're working as a group.
and one
So 1 person
checklist.
has to write.
Very nice. It's
Yeah,
like a
because-
group
Yeah,
writing.
because of the
Time.
time. Yes.
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
go home
Because
where you can
as
send them.
one,
copy.
as also one series, you're writing, time consuming, so you cannot have like students write for the whole hour.
Right, it's true. Okay, very nice. I like that idea. Very good. Okay, let's go with Juanqui, please.
Use a graphic organizer to put their ideas in communication in the past, now and future. After they have their ideas organized, they will write an outline about their opinions, referring to communication in the past and now. Then they will have to use this essay map to organize the essay. And when they have this essay map done, they will have to use an online document to write the essay, and they will have to share the link with a peer.
Okay, very good. Collaboration.
Yes, to have the editing task.
Okay. So the editing will be online.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I love that idea. Yes, very good. Thank you.
For the pre-writing section, I will introduce a topic using pictures or a small video, like you did. Then I will give them some useful vocabulary. And then we'll have the students write some sentences about the topic. And after that, I will use this read, write, and think, and use the online map, outline map, to have them, outline their compositions about the topic. Let me see what else. So I will show them how to write an outline using this structure. Yes.
Yeah, because they're not used to writing essay or outlines, they just want to go directly to writing. So it's a good idea that you show them with the online
Yeah,
thing.
that's the one that you mentioned, right?
Yes, yes, but you will do it online too, right?
Yeah, well, in that online journal, I create the activities, so I write the title,
And you can
the
put the
outline, and
link.
they have to complete the outline before writing the
Okay.
paragraph. So that is the requirement. So I told my students, well, if your outline is correct, your paragraph is only connecting the ideas that you put.
Yes.
So,
And they got used to it.
Oh, perfect, okay.
okay, so first, show them how they should outline about the composition of the topic. And what else for the next part, drafting? I think they just write, and it doesn't have to be perfect, the first writing, and then send it to me by this Bokaru. They can use, they can use the lab to write the TOEFL icon there, and they could write and send it to me via email, maybe, And the drafting, I will check, and well, that's one option, Check,
You will
yes,
edit.
I will do it, yes. And the other one is to sit the students together in groups four and have them edit. It's a peer editing.
Oh,
The head
okay.
and tails, like you said. See them together so they can check and then send this back to me so I can check again, and like a second draft. I
Right.
don't know if that
It's
would be.
called redrafting, yes.
Redrafting, yes.
Yeah, it's
okay.
not normal to do it in class, but in universities, it's very normal to have redrafting, like draft of the draft. And
Exactly.
after the redrafting, then that's like the final one.
Exactly.
That one is a
Then-
rough draft.
Then I will collect the work and check and using this, well, they can use this also when they work, when they peer, when they work
In
in
peers.
groups, And also we have the same list, I don't remember in the book. So we
Similar.
can use it, Yes, so that will be collect and check, that will be my final assessment, and I will check and correct and give them the grade.
Okay, I like it, very nice. Very good, thank you, thank you.
Well, basically, well, to begin, the pre-writing strategy that I used in this case, considering the topic, which is choosing, it's a counter argument, an essay with a counter argument, and we have to make a difference between communication in the past and the present. Well, I chose two pictures. Well, I have them here, but people communicating in the past with these old telephones.
Oh, yes.
These, or maybe I don't know, sending letters and people,
Their cell phones.
communicating with their cell phones now. I will engage the conversation. Students, I'm going to use the resources that we have in the Q online practice in the book.
Q skills, yeah.
Q skills, yes. The T chart.
Okay.
Sometimes students don't even read the resources that come in that site.
Yes.
And I'm gonna make them go there and check the writing process. They also have a section that's called writing process.
They have
and it's really
PDFs that
interesting,
you can
yeah.
download, yes.
And I'm gonna force them to watch, to read that information and to use the T chart, even though it's easy because you only draw a T chart.
Right.
Yeah, you
Or
draw.
you drag some sentences into the right place. Is that the one you're talking
No,
about?
no, it's a document that you can
organizer.
download.
It's a graphic organizer and
This one.
yes.
chart.
And I'm gonna do the T-chart, with students. In that moment, okay, on one side, a communication in the past, why do you think it was better? Communication in the present, what do you think it was better? And I will ask the students and they will cooperate, with ideas.
There are some sentences you drag them into the right.
That's the exercise, I think, no?
Yes.
That's in the platform.
It is,
yeah.
it is. I'm talking about the resources. There's
Yes, the extra, there are PDFs.
Yes,
Yeah.
PDFs.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get
Well,
the
that was
idea.
the pre-writing, no?
Okay. That would be like more like brain writing.
Yeah, as you said,
Yeah,
you're right,
right.
you're right. Yeah, that's right, I agree with that. Then for the drafting, you know,
That existed.
yeah, for the drafting, yes, yeah, some students didn't know that either, so. For the drafting, I will make students use the website that Andrea told us today, what's the name?
Rewrite Board?
What is it?
SMA.
The essay map,
SMA.
readwriting.org, you know, so that they can, well, at the beginning I was thinking to send students to the laboratory, but probably would take too much time, and I will use Carlito's ideas of printing the chart, you know, the essay
Yeah.
map, and make it work in that moment.
It's like a
because of
graphical
time.
organizer, yeah.
Yes.
Or you
because
can
of time.
assign them to do it at home and then bring already,
Also,
you know,
maybe
their
two
charts.
parts probably, right? And students, and later, if I don't have enough time to check it or to make students write the essay in that moment, maybe we'll assign it as a homework. But I mean, I usually use Google Drive to documents, and I've been using Google Drive for about 5 years, I think, with students here in the university too. The only, I mean, I like it, but sometimes I focus so much time on checking those essays. And I spend, I spend hours.
Yeah.
And that's the only, everything is beautiful. Yeah. but
Until the moment of editing.
the only cons that I see there is it's a time-consuming activity for a teacher. I like it, I do love it, but I know it's, you have to have a lot of time to, especially if you have, for example, 35 students as you used to have in the university. And, it depends on your time too.
Yeah.
And I would finish in that way, probably using Google Drive, or maybe homework for next class, you know, they can bring up. The thing is that the
Yeah.
the editing,
Yeah.
I will try to make students to work in pairs, sorry, and using the checklist that they have in the book, and checking pairs, you know, interchange their
Yes.
essays, okay?
That's
and
the
picking
most
check.
Creole way to edit,
Yeah.
and it's the easiest. You have it in the book.
I do that.
Sometimes we don't pay attention to it, we don't have time, but you can assign it as homework to check what they have done. Yes, it's a very good idea. Okay, yeah, I like the pictures like comparing past and present, it's very, very nice. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
I would use many of the strategies you use with the students, videos or pictures. Also, maybe a presentation with some information. And then, I chose right now for the pre-writing is pairs. Students talked about ways people used to have to communicate. Okay, this is the first part. So they, if one student know any specific word or any vocabulary that the other didn't know, maybe they share because so they can contribute each other with this assignment. Then for the drafting, students use a timeline organizer, because in that way they can show the progress of the evolution of communication if they want to. Okay, yeah, and then they use a flowchart that is also included in the material we have to divide their ideas in introduction, body, and conclusion. Then for the editing part, students use the rubric in their books to peer correct their classmates, and they assign a percentage of the progress they have gotten so
Suggested.
far. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, you gotta be very honest, but also very kind with your classmates, because you can just bullet them, give them
A
a zero.
10?
Yeah, a 10.
Yes.
No, just
Honest.
be very honest, because I have to check this later.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I'm gonna do.
That's
Okay?
very nice, good idea, using the book is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, let's see.
With my writing classes. Previously, I upload a video on Edpuzzle, on my Edpuzzle account, so my students will be able to watch the video first at home. Okay, and then we'll come to the class with their own ideas. So they will be sharing their ideas, because all of them have an Edpuzzle account.
Right.
And, okay, that would be like brainstorming, because they will be speaking all the time. And also writing, because they would be writing their own ideas too. And this is for my pre-writing activity. Okay, for my drafting, I would use the essay map.
Okay.
But I would bring the printable version, so I would print this activity. So I would form groups, and each group would be able to write an outline based on what they had already taught. okay, and they will be able to, to compare their outlines. And for my editing, so each group would be in charge of editing, correcting each other by using the symbols you suggested us. and-
Yes, we will
Okay.
see some in a minute, yes,
Exactly.
true.
That's what we
Okay, correct, so you have peer editing.
Here editing, yeah.
It's very practical, the peer editing, in fact.
Thank you very much.
To finish up, and like I was telling you, correcting writing assessments is a pain in the neck for everyone here. For me, like I have a hard time checking. But when they go to a stage like grammar or senior, I'm beginning senior, I am generally, first, I never use red pen. That's the first thing, never use red pen. It's demotivating. I have no idea why scientists say red pen has, yes.
I used to work at Benedict,
Uh-huh.
and in Benedict, they told us to do it with red.
Really?
It was a
But
mandatory color.
was it like,
For checking.
was there
Yeah,
Was there like a
exams,
reason
right?
why?
In the United States.
Not really?
What color?
Well, here they don't tell you
What
to
color?
use
Red,
anything
red,
but do our
red.
job, right? But if you read in social networks and in websites, they never recommend you to use red pen because red means for people bad. Chinese obviously think it's prosperity, but we're not Chinese. So when you're correcting writing assessments, I generally I have put in your copies a writing code that I use from the BBC. And here, I'm not going to spend too much, but I was just wanted to give you an idea. It says writing correction code. So you have code WW, WT, WF, WO, SP, spelling, pronunciation, X, extra word, M, missing word, R, registered, not clear, like stupid mistake, silly mistake, it's an exclamation mark, RW, try rewriting. With this, you just write letters like RW, and you underline all the phrase that he needs to rewrite. Now, what do you do with corrections? Corrections are, okay, I corrected this, here you go, but the student never corrects the essay. They just like, oh, this is my mistake, okay. Next chapter. It's, oh, this is my mistake, I do it again. They do it again. My students have to do it again so I can place a new grade on them for their assignments. Otherwise, they still have a 0, okay? So if I have the new writing, then I will grade them and assign the official grade. Otherwise, I will not give them a grade. I mean, thank you so much. What do you do and what can you do only correcting? I mean, why so much correction if the student is never going to know what's the word?
Exactly.
So you have to force them to, after you correct them with these symbols or your symbols, you can create your own symbols, and tell them to write it again. It's important for them to write it again and find their mistakes. That's when you build self-awareness, okay? So, well, these are only suggestions from the BBC website. Here on the back, it's a little exercise that I do with my students when I am teaching the codes, because you have to teach this. You say, okay, I'm going to grade you like this. Means, what is WW? Here it is. This is WW, wrong word. So, their essays or their writings will not be full of colors, just letters, okay? I think that it's important that we check from freshmen, from low beginners to intermediate, but high intermediate students should not be checked as much as the others.
Yeah. The exclamation point in here means silly mistake.
Mhm.
Do you think that probably students may feel offended because of that?
I'm not sure, it's in the website, but,
but.
no, well, silly is not a bad word, in fact, but.
No, I know, but over here in Ecuador, people may tend
Fun.
to think that it's like that.
Maybe you can change
Thunder.
the word for wrong word. Oh no, it's not wrong word.
No,
It's
yeah.
more like I don't know. I always say silly. I don't have problem with that.
No, I mean, I don't know if the student may
Maybe
think it's.
awkward mistake, a strange word, or